Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim Classic. Back again on the Riviera Line. This time going to do another long direct comparison between Train Sim Classic, Riviera Line, and then later today, if you're watching on YouTube, I'll be streaming Train Sim World 6, Riviera Line. So yes, this is going out on the Thursday. That if you've pre-ordered the deluxe version of Train Sim World 6, you will get it on that Thursday. I will be streaming it from 4 p.m. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can watch me live on Twitch. There'll be a link down there to where you can get this route on Train Sim Classic, and one down there to the Discord server as well. Going to do this full run on the Paignton side of the Riviera Line, from here at Exeter in the HST down to Paignton, and then we're going to go back to the 1950s. Where we're going to go from Kingswear all the way back to Exeter in a class 42. So that's going to be an interesting one. Good evening then to Trenty, to Daz, to Stokey, to Nigel. Indeed, Nigel, and Tigger, and Semicolon. Good evening. Right, let's jump inside. Wrong controls. There we go. We've got to open the doors. Let's reset track IR. Doors should now be open. We are late because, well, me. Hi, Connor. So, yes, so we're stopping at Dawlish Warren, Dawlish, Teignmouth, Newton Abbot, Torquay, and Paignton. So that is the plan. And I think this is an AP from memory. So it should sound rather good. Hi, McBone. Tim's Mouth. We're going to stop at Tim's Mouth. Right, Dawlish Warren, isn't it? I've got to get my head in the right place. I'm like, okay. Nope, there. Right. Brakes off. I haven't. Hang on. There we go. Into forward. Okay, that's going to sound quite good. Okay, Dawlish, 10 miles. Yeah. That's sounding pretty good. Is this a Valenta? I can't remember which one it is. It's definitely an AP train. IP now. So yes, I wanted to do a direct comparison. I was looking for routes to go down to Plymouth, but obviously that's the Western Main Line. So I thought, I know, we'll do a run down here in something modern, and then we'll come back in something old. How is the Steve doing? The Steve is doing well. Yes, I am really looking forward to showing off the Riviera Line in Train Sim World 6. And this is going to be the first route that we'll be doing on Thursday, or today if you're watching this on YouTube. But not an HST, it'll be a Class 150 running all the way down to Paignton. How was OMSI last night? Oh, perfect. Yeah, no problems at all. Okay, that's sounding quite good. So in the new version, there's another station here. Well, we stop at this one in the Train Sim World 6 route. Obviously, we're missing this one out, and there's another station between here and Dawlish. No, I'm always professional, me. You wait to see the videos that I've recorded today. Yeah, they went well. Why haven't I used this AP version more? Let's train. Amy Lou, that was quite smoky as well. We like smoky. We did, oh well, more power. Yeah, saw that corner. Oh my God, that sounds good. Listen to that scream. Yes, thank you, Pina. Love you too. Okay, I think I might have found the train that might entice me back to do more Train Sim World Classic. Imagine doing a long journey in this. I think I'd be a puddle on the floor at the end. There's a lot down in Cornwall. They still run Plymouth to Penzance. I was on one last year. This year. So yes, we're doing a full run all the way down to Paignton in this, and as I said at the beginning, we're then going to go back to the 1950s version of this and come back from Kingswear, where the steam trains currently run between Paignton and Kingswear, and then bring that all the way back up to Exeter. I don't remember this livery actually. I forgot how good this is actually. It's like I got a couple of the AP trains. I don't really do them. Well, I don't do much Train Sim Classic, but maybe I should. Maybe there should be a return to the classical train simulator. Oh, hang on, we got a 75. Slowlying. I posted in the Discord what I had. Okay, might have to be a bit more braking. Get down to that 75. Come on. Just give a little toot on my horn. Iceland pies, and they were very spicy. I put 2 in the air fryer and I thought I'll have 2, and then the other 2 fell in the air fryer. I don't know how that happened. There is water, and it's not radioactive. I no longer have radioactive water in Train Sim Classic. Whoop whoop.
Hi everyone.
White Fang, thank you very much indeed. 69 of the months, the fun month. Hope you're doing okay, White Fang. Thank you for your continued support, sir. Not your thing, frozen pies. Oh yeah, because you're too posh for that. Don't you think that the stuff you eat at Wetherspoons isn't frozen, Peanut? Been a long time since I've had a pie. Wish someone would answer that phone. Right, so this is Starcross. my first video in Train Sim World 6, which is going out at 4 p.m. on Thursday, is the trip from Exeter to here in the 150. The best part is of it, gravy. That's very northern, isn't it? Gravy. So yeah, so I haven't got further than Starcross going south. I've only got as far as Newton Abbot going north. Yeah, that's why I've done a couple of comparison videos already, being, you know, efficient and all that. Oh, and Liam, you were right about Water Park Simulator. I love it. That will be streamed. There may be a video coming out on Sunday. It's just mad. Right, get ready to slow down then for Dawlish Warren. First stop of the journey. Braking. How is Teve or Stev or Steve? Good. All good. Had a very good day. Recorded lots of videos. Did everything I wanted to do. We may not get down to this 25 in time. Little bit speeding. Okay, note to self, brakes aren't that good. Yeah, I was already thinking that would make an awesome multiplayer game. And at some point stop. Oh, that weren't a bad bit of stopping, if I say so myself. Look, ignore the fact that I'm late. It's fine. We don't worry about things like that. It's okay. Multiplayer will be a thing. Oh, that'll be hilarious in multiplayer. Right, so stops for stopping at. That one. No. Oh, I pressed T. I'm thinking I'm in Train Sim World. It's not. Is this? Is it? Dawlish, Teignmouth, Newton Abbot, Torquay and Paynton, and then we take it into the sidings at Goodrington, and then we will jump back to the 1950s and return. I want tea. Yep, yes please. I'm interested in how different the line is from the Train Sim World version. Yeah. I love the audio in this. This thing sounds good. I think the thing that makes it better in Train Sim World now, even just something as simple as the on-train announcements. I heard the American one for the first time today, so I did a little route into New York Penn and heard the American announcement. I was like, oh, okay. I haven't heard the German ones yet. I haven't tried that yet. Okay, so Dawlish in 1 point thingy miles. And with a puff of smoke, we're away. Oh, so good. There was certainly something about being on a station when one of these things pulled out. Okay, Liam. Yeah, I'm thinking 2 weeks' time I shall stream it on a Wednesday. I just do the whole stream in this train. We just do the same route twice. Go. No, the return isn't. There isn't a scenario for the return. Right, the Dawlish seawall. This is a bit that collapsed slightly a few years ago. This is the bit I'm looking forward to seeing how it looks in Train Sim World. I've resisted coming down this far, so I'll be seeing this for the first time on Thursday. It's quite a cool station as well. Car goes into the garage tomorrow. Oh dear. Hopefully an easy fix. Don't use it as an excuse not to turn up on Sunday. Oh, well, exhaust. Well, that's going to be a 10-minute change then, isn't it? How's the Mondeo? Went well up and down to the New Forest yesterday. I'm having to resort to driving on Friday now, which I'm not happy about. Because I just couldn't justify the trains. It was going to cost me sort of 150 quid mark to do the train. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I'm budgeting about 40 quid on fuel. Right, we have arrived. In Dawlish. Doors are open. Yeah, we came. Was it a nice day? Yeah, it was a nice day when we came here. Yes, because we let people in the Discord know we were, because there's a webcam up there, isn't there? So we were spotted on the webcam when we were at Dawlish Station. Right, done. Timoth is next then. Come on, Avanti. Oh, the smoke came out the oh, look at that. The smoke was visible over the front windscreen. All of the power. I was being gentle for the passengers. Gentle pull away, you know. Don't go bang it straight into notch 5. Sounds like a washing machine. Well, the high pitch bit of it does. It's on the spin, yeah. It's going to be ending soon. My washing machine has one of those TFL minutes. It tells you it's got a minute to go and then sits there for 5 minutes. Like, really? Where's that? Is it on the Dorset or Devon coast? Devon. No, Dorset. Paynton. Devon. Paynton's Devon. Yeah, Devon. I had to think then. I was like, wait on a minute, where's the border? Yeah, Devon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to this on Thursday. So I've only got as far as Newton Abbot on the up, but I've only got as far as Starcross on the down. Dorset east of Exeter, near Stockport. Yes, thank you. So we will be trundling along here in a 150. Which way is east? That way. I was pointing and everything. You've been to Stockport. I've been to Stockport, I think. $150,001. Oh, nice. I'm looking forward to seeing the prototype Pacer on Sunday. Oh, it might be alright. It might be okay. No, that was perfect stopping. Yeah, you've got the on-platform announcements as well in Train Sim World 6, so it tells you where the train is. It told me I was late earlier when I was recording a video, and I wasn't. It's like, you've said, that said that on the display I was late, and I wasn't. Perhaps it knows me already. I'm going to be late because I'm going to be sat there listening to announcements on the platforms. Right, doors open. That's just a default for me, what being late. Thing is, in life, I don't like being late. I'm one of those ones that are generally early. You're always late in games. Yeah, that's because I take my time. Okay. It's beeping at me. Let's go then. Newton Abbot, home of the racecourse, and a big Trago Mills at Newton Abbot. Oh, listen to that. How is Trago? I've been to a Trago. Oh no, I walked past the one in Falmouth earlier this year. I don't think my companion was keen on going in. Don't know why I slowed down then. We've got an 80 coming up, 4 miles to go. That's a corner. There's a corner there. Will someone answer that phone? Yes, Colin. I'm sure that will be a topic of discussion at the weekend. Right, now go. Right, 80 limit, 90 limit. Okay, let's go. Thing is, I don't think this line's ever going to be electrified. So I don't know what's going to run down here going forward. Also, there's 150s and things coming down here now. And 1666666666666. It's a phone, one of those Bakelite plastic things, like the old two-tone phones. Imagine getting a millennial to ring someone on one of those. Oh God, this thing's impressive. Oh. 666, the number of the train. Alright, speed limit change. What if I could get this onto a Paddington to Penzance? What did you do at Fix Your Water? Reinstalled the game. There is a direct train from Swindon to Penzance. That's what I got earlier in the year. So I'm hoping to do next year, if the GWR do their sale again. And I shall book that for sort of end of January. But I should go first class both ways and then sit at the first class at the back, because this year we got invaded at Bristol by people that had no first class tickets, and we didn't get anybody come into the carriage to check the tickets from after Plymouth. But it was quite nice up until Bristol, from Penzance to Bristol in first class. Cups of coffee, well, up to Plymouth, and we didn't see anybody. I think the crew got off and then no one else got back on. Right, we are breaking into Newton Abbot. Tomorrow night, back in Farm Sim, setting up our new farm. So that'll be bringing equipment in, plonking it all in place, and then maybe tackling a field and seeing how we get on. Thursday at the earlier time of 4 o'clock, so 4 p.m, I will be bringing you Train Sim World 6. Where the whole evening will be spent on the Riviera Line, which is the Exeter to Paignton bit and is also the Exeter to Plymouth. So we'll certainly do a couple of runs Exeter to Paignton and a couple of runs Exeter to Plymouth in a couple of different trains, including the Voyager, which sounds pretty impressive. The 222222222. Yeah, that's Thursday, and then not here Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, because we're away in York for the weekend. But then we'll be back on Monday night doing the Leipzig-Dresden route. It's an hour and 40-minute run between Leipzig and Dresden. So looking forward to that one. Tuesday night is going to be the Morristown route. That's about the same, about an hour and 40-minute run on a train that I can't stop. So that's going to be interesting. Next Wednesday then might be Water Park Simulator. We'll give that a go. And next Thursday, I think Ships at Sea potentially. And then next Friday, Bingo. And then next Saturday, Trucking. This train don't stop for no one. All right, Torquay. So yes, we're taking this down as far as Paignton, and then we're going to switch back to 1950s and bring a Class 42 from Kingswear on a 4-stopping service all the way back to Exeter. It's pretty impressive on the inside, but oh my god, is it loud on the outside. Turbo whistle. Oh yeah. Hi Chef Lad. I've gone deaf. Heading towards 40 Towers. Yeah, but the outside, and they've been knocked down now or something. The hotel that was used for the exterior shots, was that not in Torquay? From memory, I can't remember where it was, but I don't think it was in Torquay. But I think it's been knocked down. I could be wrong. It was near High Wycombe. I've heard the stage play is supposed to be quite funny. Definitely a slower bit of line now as we make our way down to Torquay. Yeah, I wasn't sure at first. When I found out it was the Riviera Line, I was like, yeah, okay, I like the line, I like Paignton, but thought, don't know. Then found out that it wasn't just the Exeter to Paignton, but you've also got Exeter to Plymouth. Made it more interesting. And having spent a little bit of time trundling up and down it the last few days, it's actually quite good. I think it's a good mix of having a little bit of distance between some stations. So it's never going to be busy, but it's a nice little trundling line. Oh, that's not good. If you arrange to dig a hole out for you, Chef Lad? Torquay's a nice place. Yeah, I wouldn't say Torquay's a nice place. I used to stay at Goodrington, up by the church on the hill in Goodrington. Used to rent a flat for the weekend, and the steam train used to sort of trundle past. So obviously that's the line we're going to come back up later on, because that starts at Paignton. It's done quite well actually in Train Sim World. I remember there being a Woolworths just next to the barriers, and the amount of times I've been stuck. And it's one of those things that happens in Poole as well, because it goes like cuts the high street in half in Poole. Sort of happens here that you're stood there waiting for a train, and it's that moment where you go, do I go up the stairs and then come back down the other side, or do I just stand and wait? Because you've got that fear. Yeah, Lincoln's busy. I think that's one of the busiest crossings, isn't it? We did that one. That's quite a high set of steps up and round as well. It's like, do you take the risk and go up and over, or do you just wait? Most people, I think, just wait unless you're in a real hurry. Right, so we've got a 45 limit. Yeah, I do like Paignton. I love the walk from like Paignton across into Goodrington, where you go up over the top and down that zigzag path. Yeah, I've been to Newquay loads of times. Yeah, well, thankfully, Paignton's not that busy, is it? So it's not, you're getting, the barrier's not down much. Yeah, so we will be coming up into, into Goodrington on the return journey in the 42. No, it's not closed. I was down there this year, last year. It's been heavily pedestrianised, but it's still like one road of traffic that goes down it, but there's lots of like parking bays and stuff like that. I think it might just be one way now from memory, from the seafront down. But still the same shops. Rickstein. It's Padstow is where he's got a few places. Shame really, because Padstow's really nice, but got very commercialised. Brixham's similar. Breaking our way down to Torquay. Surprised me with Torquay station how desolate it is. It looks more desolate in Train Sim World than it does in this. It isn't. No, because we got there last year, whenever it was, and we had like an hour. And it was like, well, it's quite away from the town, so by the time you walked into town, you'd have to turn around and walk back out again. So we just sat there. There's no cafe, nowhere to get a drink, so we just had to sit there for an hour before we could leave again. Right, down the hill into Torquay, and then it's only one more stop down into Paignton. So I can't see, how is this a 55-minute route where I'm actually going to be arriving in Torquay early? Someone got their timings wrong, didn't they? Right, braking. Well, I picked it because it said it was a 55-minute run. I thought, well, that's good. The other one's a 70-minute run coming back. So I thought, okay, that the time I'm late and stuff, that sort of fills out the stream. And I was late leaving, yeah. Cornwall is nice. No, this isn't a 70-minute scenario. The one I'm doing coming back is a 70-minute scenario. Oh, it might be the sidings thing. I'll open the doors and I'll look at the timings. There we go. Right, open the doors. Yeah, 10:03. I was actually a minute late. Yeah, depart 10:46. Arrive Paignton 10:53. It ain't going to take 7 minutes to get to Paignton from here. It's like a mile. And then stop at Goodrington. So is it going to hold me for like 10 minutes at Paignton? We'll see. But yeah, really looking forward to Thursday. Earlier start, but the same finish. So I'm going to do about a 4.5 hour stream on Thursday night. All of it on the Riviera Line. So we'll start by doing this run from Exeter down to Paignton, then do a return trip to Exeter, and then do an Exeter to Plymouth in the Voyager or something, and then do a Plymouth back to Exeter. So we'll do an up and down on both bits and then see what time we've got after that. Maybe look at one of the scenarios or something. So we'll certainly do 150 there and back. So you get the announcements and the Voyager and the IET. So the Voyager one way down to Plymouth, the IET back, or the other way around. Sims and stuff meet up in Cornwall. It's difficult enough to get meet up in Doncaster. It was well planned. I had this week booked off months ago, and it couldn't have been better planned for them to release this week. It's a pain that I can't, the embargo isn't till 4 o'clock on the day of release if you pre-ordered. That's a bit, but okay. I've got the opportunity this week to be able to pre-record some content, so I'm quite lucky there. Right, 2 miles to Paignton. It can't be an all-afternoon stream because I got a 4 o'clock embargo. I can't stream it or put any content out on YouTube until 4 p.m. I don't know if I'm still going to be doing this when Train Sim World 7 comes out. Uh, 6 o'clock on Steam. Right, down we go into Paignton. I'm not committing just yet. I've agreed to still be here in March because I need to put a YouTube video out. Well, I could just put a YouTube video out, couldn't I, in March and then done. Because that'll be 10 years of doing OMSI content on YouTube. And based on some videos I recorded today, yeah, I haven't got any better. Well, if I see you this Sunday, Peanut, I'll consider it. How's that? Don't you go letting me down. It's going to be half an hour from you. Stay now. If my car is returned. Don't go bringing excuses. We'll get Nico to come and pick you up. Right, down the hill. Yeah, Goodrington Yard. Interesting to see what happens with the, I suppose, the track. Yeah, there must be access to the main line from the Heritage Railway, so it must be at the yard then, where you can go in and back off the main line. No door malfunctions tonight? No. I had my first malfunction in Train Sim World 6 today whilst recording a video. I've seen plenty of temporary speed limits, but I actually had my first train malfunction. I didn't bother doing anything about it. Right, in we come. 15 mile an hour limit. Slightly speeding for. Under the bridge. So the sea is down that way. Woolworths was there. And in we come. We're only 3 minutes early, actually. So we've still got to go down to the sidings yet. So the other side of here is the Heritage Railway. This isn't all covered in, though. Unless it has changed since I was there last year. I don't think it is. So that then runs off down to Kingswear, which is where we're going to start from shortly. Alright, let's stop here and stop. Yeah, so I suppose down there is all you got to do from the Heritage Line is just come straight across to here. Did it once. The thing that you can do is called a round robin. So you can get the steam train from Paignton down to Kingswear, then you get the ferry or river cruise from Kingswear up to Totnes, and then bus like open topper back to Paignton. It's actually quite a good day out. I did it in the summer. Long river cruise and stuff. But it took about a good 4 hours to do the whole thing. Right, so we've arrived in Paignton. So this is as far as the route goes in TSW6. I wonder if there's sidings are in there actually. We'll find out. Paignton Zoo. Yeah. It is. Almost. I nearly then thought then, right, I'll go back into first person view and get out and have a look inside the train. No, it's Train Sim Classic. Can't do that. We're trapped in the train. There is no escape. You cannot get out. Isn't the zoo in Omsey? Yes. I think you drive past the zoo. Trent will know. He knows that route like he could do it blindfold. I think he could turn his screen off, and I think Trent would find his way round that route. Hang on, Trent's not playing OMSI. Alright, still waiting to unload the passengers. I did a video in Project Sheshin today, which I haven't been in for a while. That went well. It didn't. Right, stop in Gooderington Yard siding. You've done a 9-hour shift. I got up this morning and saw you were already on OMSI. Is that because you can't do one on Sunday? Well, you could do one on Sunday. You'll be home early. Yeah, I haven't got my alarm turned on. I'll still awake at 10 to 6. Yeah, so this is where the line cuts across from the Heritage Line then. So where the two join. Yeah, that got blocked, Pina, because you used the word clock. Right, in we come. Yes, don't try and break the auto mod, Connor. Yes, clock and the one without the L don't work. Stupid Nightbot. I think it's because it's close to the other word. What an awesome train. I forgot how good the AP one sounds. Give it a little bit of beans. I don't remember this livery. I'm anti-time. Yeah, well, we blocked the word solo for a while. And then when Pina sodded off and abandoned us, we unblocked it. You did. You found love and you left. Excellent work. This train will later form the 11:39 Torbay Express departure, but that's in the hands of another driver. Why not pop down to the beach for an ice cream? Okay, if you're going to pay me to go down to the beach for an ice cream. Hi, Michael. Right, there we go. Speeding 9 times. Stopped at 1 out of 1 destinations. No, but okay. Right, so we're now going to go to Riviera Line in the 50s. The 50s. This one, class 42. I've done before once, but it brings you all the way back. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to return, but from Kingswear all the way back to Exeter. Good morning, driver. Welcome to the Class 42 warship. You'll be in charge of the Class 42 warship on a passenger service bound for Exeter, stopping at all stations along the way. Okay. Into forwards. There's some switches that we will completely ignore. We'll open the window. There we go. Now that's a bit smoky. Right, so this time we're stopping at Kingswear, Churston, Goodrington, Paynton, Torquay, Tor, Newton Abbot, Teignmouth, Dawlish, Starcross, Exeter St Thomas and Exeter. That's a bit smoky. So these were still running then when steam was still around. It's an ugly looking thing, isn't it? Beauty in the how many games were on Steam back then? There weren't many. When I were what in the 50s? Thank you. Right. Stop at Churston up. Okay. So brakes are off. Right, so this is the bit of the line that's currently served by the Heritage Railway. The steam train that runs down. I think this is the only train station in the UK where the train station isn't connected to a train line. Am I right? Because Kingswear train station is over there. The train station isn't where the platform is, or something like that. You get off the train and get on a ferry. Bit basic, the cab, but it was the 50s. Oh God, does anyone know semaphore signals? If it's droopy, it's fine, isn't it? Isn't it? If it's droopy, it's fine. If it's erect, it's fine. If it's pointing straight out, it's not fine. I don't know semaphore signals. I barely know normal signals. That took a while. Lara had to get me to watch a video on the British signalling system so that I would understand it. Because when I started doing this, I didn't know the whole flashing yellows, double yellow, single yellow. Indicate left to go left. Exactly. Little halt there. It's very right ear heavy audio. Despite the fact I've got my window open. Halt. That is a halt, isn't it? Little tiny platform. Is that what they call a halt? Stereo. It wasn't stereo back then. Exactly, it's in mono. It's going to be interesting actually when we get to Paynton, because this is set in the 50s. The other bits of line might not look the same when we get to Paynton. Why is that? Is that lighting up? Is that good? Do not exceed 90 miles an hour. I don't think that's advisable in this somehow. Tomorrow night, back with some farming. Setting up a new farm. We have shifted farms. Well, we haven't yet officially. Tomorrow night. So buying all the equipment, putting it all in place, and then see if we can start farming, and then see if we like the new farm. That's tomorrow. Thursday, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I will be here with Train Sim World 6, going up and down the bits of the Riviera Line. And then that's it. You get peace and quiet from me for 4 days. Not back then till Monday night with more Train Sim World 6. You put the milk in the cupboard. You're worse than me. At least I only did it once with the chicken. So we are going slightly uphill, which is why I'm struggling to go, well, anywhere. Do I need to explain what goes where this weekend to some of you? In what context? We're not... Is this going to be a hide the sausage talk? It's gone dark. That's a lot of single track. Well, I'm guessing it's not a very frequent service down to Kingsvere anyway, so you haven't got to worry about like passing another train. Just thinking food products and what. I haven't had any problems. I did it once. Michael's done it multiple times. Alright, I see a station. If I turn my head like that, we get it in stereo. Right, Churston up. I don't think it stops here anymore. I think it's just a non-stop run from Paynton to Kingswear. I don't think it... Does it stop at... Oh, actually, no. I think it stops at Goodrington. You haven't put my milk in the cupboard yet, so you're doing well. Yeah, that's the first sign. Yeah, I'm guessing the passing points will be at the stations. I think Colin's older than Michael. Just means Michael's more broken. That's fine. No, most of the carriages are on the... Yeah, no, most of the carriages are on the platform. That counts. That's okay. I now know I've got to put into service for the brakes to work. Hang on, where'd this guy come from? Who are you? Is it? Is there? He's not there. Is there? He's not there. What? Right, Goodrington. Hang on, I've got another light on here now. Oh, it's gone off. We're okay. Is Michael telling me what a platform is? Have I taken my pills today? I'm on no medication. Maybe I should be. Hang on, what's that? We're still single... We're still single track. There wasn't a passing point there. Was there, or did I miss it? That's two platforms. Okay, so that's the point where they pass then. Okay. I see water. There is water. Well, unless they don't pass, then they won't. If they're passing, then that's where they can pass. If they're not passing, they can't. They don't pass there. If they're passing, they pass there. So if two trains want to pass, they can use the passing point to pass. Or if they're not passing, they don't pass at the passing point, unless they want to pass. Okay, we're now minus 436 points because the brakes didn't seem to work. Yeah, it's where I used to stay. Up here. There's a church just up there. And then used to walk down the road, down... There's new houses here. Down under this bridge. And then out onto the beach at Goodrington. Lovely area. Was Ed in the church? No, I think Ed would explode if you went anywhere near a church. Was Steve a choir boy? I was invited to be in a choir. A vicar almost, well, also invited me to ring his bell. Oh god, it's downhill again. Don't go speeding. Oh, I have to apply the brakes. Alright, so here's the beach at Goodrington. Quite a nice pub along the seafront at Goodrington, and a water park as well, which is quite water parky. Speaking of water parks, that's a good segue. Video going out on Sunday morning. What's it called? Water Park Simulator. I had my first look at it. I quite like it. I think it's going to be quite amusing on a stream, especially as it's got Twitch integration. So I think you can be guests at the water park. Okay, yeah, braking this thing is interesting. The key word is good. Steamy train. That was brakes. Minute late at Goodrington. That's fine. Right, so now we go on to Paignton, which is where we then join back in the main line. I think the brakes are on. Yeah, it's like, are they going to do anything? Are they going to stop? Is there going to be some brake action? I gained points. How did that happen? I'm guessing that light comes on. There we go. It means that lights mean something. That drive. Stop it, chi. You should make up your mind what you're calling me, Trent. Cheesy you. Right, so these are the sidings that we just came into in the HST. So these were here in the 50s. A Stavita. Sound like an Italian sports car. Chieveley. That's services. Right, in we come to Paignton. That's a lot of braking. Oh, braking! Yeah, Woolworths wasn't there in the 50s. Doors. Oh, that's close. Don't want to do that. When did they get rid of head codes then? Why was that a thing? Was that more from the signal box's point of view? So they could identify the trains? Right. Torquay. Next. Oh, God, brakes off that one. No lights on. Yeah, I can't find the switch. There isn't any. Unless it's these two. Yeah, so what was Woolworths, or a couple of houses now became Woolworths. Hand-cured cooked meat. Well. And this is a shopping centre now. And a car park. Oh, I remember when this was all fields. I those the diagram things you get on platforms for the staff, so you can see where each train is. I find those really interesting, where you watch the train move, signal with the schematic plan thing where they move from thing to thing. That sort of thing I find interesting. Yeah, you see the code of the train on those, don't you? Oh no, Steve loves a good car park. Or we could do an impromptu car park tour in York. Alright, up the hill to Torquay. And, oh yeah, we're stopping at the Doncaster car park and the car park at the hotel. Oh my god. Multiple car park tours. And children. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Pino can give us the information on that. Ring. Right, up the hill towards Torquay, making our way back to... Where are we going? Exeter. What sort of info do you want to know about car parks? Well, you're not giving the car park tour. That only came about... Where were we? Was it Shrewsbury? I think it was Shrewsbury. I thought I knew the way to somewhere, and we ended up doing a tour of a car park, and that's where it came from. Right, it's droopy, so you're fine. Oh, I got held up yesterday by flipping bin lorries. I thought about Tigger. Holding up traffic. Going through small villages. Not a care in the world. Droopy. Nice guy. You can't really complain about a bin lorry, can you? Because everyone needs their bins emptying. So it's pointless you sitting there in traffic complaining about it. Okay, into Torquay. I've got to remember that Sunday night when I get home. By the time I flipping get home, put bins out. All competitive teams, normal rubbish and garden waste. You do know Tiger's persuasion, don't you? I think adopting could be an option. Right, we are arriving at Torquay, which didn't seem to change much from the 1950s. Oh, we got see, we got the one going through the middle. That's not there in the 90s. See, this is the bits of detail I quite like. This is set in the 50s. That line's there. You don't think you want any kids anyway? I've had my fill. Nice guy. Right, so we've arrived in Torquay. It's definitely more. It was more of a rapid route going down, wasn't it, than it is coming up. I suppose because the frequency of the stops as well means we're not going to be able to get much speed up, and we've got to go all the way back to Exeter. Right, Tor. I keep thinking of Torn. Who sung that? Natalie Imbruglia? It saves you money. If I get mine cut, well, probably once a month, so about 13 quid. I've got to do that tomorrow or Thursday. God, it's been off this week. It's been really busy. You got a fade the other day. Oh dear. Right, it's droopy, so it's fine. It would have been too late anyway. If it wasn't droopy. So if it's droopy or it's pointing at 45 degrees, you're okay. I don't know what the straight out one means. I'm guessing stop. Must be really difficult at night to be able to see the old semaphore signals. Hence why they moved to electrocuted signals. You have a light in the corner. Oh yeah, on the end of the arm. Yeah, that's not very bright light, is it? Not as bright as they are now with your LEDs. Oh god, are we not going to make it into the station? Should be fine, just coasting. We'll be okay. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting comparison on Thursday. Although I've been into Tor in Train Sim World 6, I can't remember what it's like. To look and see how different these are. Obviously that's set in modern times as well. All down goods and mineral trains stopping for traffic purposes to pick up and down. Put down brakes here. Okay. That was a sign. Can you remember this era? The 50s. A long time before I was born. About the same age as a Route Master. Yeah, this doesn't sound as sexy as a Route Master. The Route Master with the original AEC engine in it on tickover is almost pornographic. Right, Newton Abbot, 5 miles. So I wonder if we're actually going to be able to get a bit of speed down. Probably not. Although going fast in this thing's one thing. It's trying to get it to stop. Newton Abbott next to Russ. Yeah. Isn't there an Abbott's Ale? Is he still around? I'm guessing he's gone, isn't he, Russ Abbott? What was I watching the other day about saying when people died? Oh, what show was it? He's still around. I have to look on YouTube, my YouTube history now, and see what. Unless it wasn't on YouTube, I don't know. He's 78. Fair play. The podcast I was listening to in the car yesterday was talking about if you've ever seen a celebrity out in the wild and what car they were driving, and someone wrote in to say back in the, I can't remember, the 80s or 90s, they were driving along and saw a Toyota RAV4 with a wheel cover on the back that had a top hat with a bunny rabbit poking out of it, and drove past it. That was an audio click. Drove past it to see that it was Paul Daniels driving. I wonder what Debbie McGee's doing now. Be like, why did you marry the multi-millionaire that is Paul Daniels? Oh, I can do the speeding up. 50 limit. Advertising kitchens in the paper. Well, that's a bit of income, I suppose. Had a really nice house on the Thames. You may not like this. I may not like what? I've heard that before. Just relax. Didn't you always say that? No, that was you'll like this. You'll like this. Not a lot. And it was always, now that's magic. Right, don't want to be speeding. He was right about not liking him much. Thing is, that was the era of proper light entertainment. You know, Saturday nights were, you know, you'd sit and watch Paul Daniels and shows like 321, whatever it's called, and or Noel Edmonds and stuff. Yeah, exactly, with Dusty Bin. But millions used to tune in, like 18, 19 million people used to watch Noel Edmonds on a Saturday night, because that's what you did. You watched live TV on a Saturday night. Yeah, we can't talk about Jim will fix it. Well, we've seen a couple of other trains coming the other way. Not many in the 50s. It's definitely very right ear heavy, isn't it? The audio. I'm not sure if it's obviously the train. If I turn my head like that, it's fine. But I can't really drive looking like this. So obviously the audio source for this train is over there. Oi, that's me. There's an ex-cricketer died today. Well, of course he's been an ex-cricketer if he's dead. You can't really play cricket when you're dead. Ask the other guy to drive it for you. I've got a cold coming. I can't go at the weekend. Please you. I will please you. Who's in charge if I'm not there? Trent. Dickie Bird died. Oh, I remember him. He was great. What? Why? You're next in command. As you're the only moderator that actually does any moderating, you're next in line. So if I get bumped off, Trent and stuff. Thanks. You're replacing me already. Right, into Newton Abbot. Ross's brother. Make you head of OMSI. You're not even in OMSI. You could be. I don't think you gamed anymore. You're always either drinking, bussing, or playing with the hubby. You have 2 new OMSI employees. You don't drink much, to be fair. What was your comment last week, Peanut? You were struggling one morning? Hang on, please don't say you're going to contemplate joining us for OMSI, Tiger. Well, I think if I have a pint on Friday night, that's going to be me done, because I can't remember the last time I had anything, about a month ago. Right, Timoth is next then, 5 miles. We'll see what time we get to Exeter in this. I got a video going out on YouTube tomorrow morning, which is a little pacer trip from Exeter down to Starcross. So we might see what time we've got, and whether you lot are annoying me. We might jump in a pacer. I'm really looking forward to seeing that pacer on Sunday. I've yet to see a pacer. Oh, French vanilla latte. Oh, Timmy's. Going nowhere near at Timmy's. I don't even think I'm going past anywhere now. I've got to drive on Friday. Dirty, dirty diesel. Hit the M1. I'm going cross country Friday. Because, well, a Friday. And, yeah, motorways. So I'm going cross country. Yes, I've been let down. Well, 3 of us have been let down by our driver. Tim's in Northampton. I don't know. You're the one sat in front of a googly device. You have a look. I'm busy. I know there's one in Derby. You're waiting for some of that French vanilla syrup coming along with some mint syrup. You are an odd one, Michael, aren't you? Oh, is Colin now thinking about diverting via Northampton on the way up on Friday? Coming home on Sunday, I'm just going to get home. It is just going to be, right, head down, go. It was free product testing. You're such a whore, Michael. I've only just realised we've got a 75 limit. We actually give it some beans. Tomorrow night, back with some farming, setting up a new farm. We have changed maps, only temporarily. It's not going to be a long-term map, but something we might do for a month or so. We'll see how well down it goes. How well down it goes? How well it goes down? No. That's tomorrow night. Thursday afternoon, 4 o'clock, Train Sim World 6, where it will be the Riviera Line. And that's going to be about a 4.5 hour stream. I've got to think about food to eat during the stream. That's going to be interesting. Then not here Friday, Saturday or Sunday, because we're away for the weekend. And then back on Monday night with some Train Sim World 6 doing the Leipzig-Dresden route. Tuesday night, Train Sim World 6 doing the Morristown route. Next Wednesday, I think, is going to be some water park simulator. Next Thursday, I think it's ships at sea. Next Friday's bingo. Next Saturday's trucking. Well, gives you something to do as well, I suppose, Michael. Right, we've got a 60 limit. Non-radioactive water. That's actually reflections. And Timoth in front of us. The Timoth that's got the old pier. Is that what I'm thinking of? Timoth? Yeah, there's a bridge that goes across, isn't there? And then up the hill. I stayed at Timoth. I went camping there once. I remember driving across the bridge, and then you got the pier. Like, see, had like 2p machines on the pier. No, not that sort of pier. As in an amusement like pier. At least it's walkable, not like that stupid thing in, where was it? In Essex. Where's the long one? Did that on like a 30-degree day last year with no water. That was fun. Not. Peer pressure. Southend, that's the one. Right, round into Teignmouth. Here we come. Dying. Someone did start digging a hole. Water. Yeah, I've got. I'll have a. I'll have a drink when I stop. You don't have a spade. Well, thanks. I think I've got one in the shed, but that means going in, you know, the shed. Well, don't stop there, you stupid thing. Come on. Keep rolling. Can we throw you in cold water? Like dissolve? Good way of getting rid of a body, isn't it? I bet there's been a few got rid of in there. There we go. We've arrived at Teignmouth. Now I can have a drink. There we go. You can go in the back of your truck. Thanks. So you want to kill me off, and now you're finding ways of disposing of my body. It's nice to be loved, isn't it? Right, Dawlish. Just cost saving. We appreciate you in our special way. It's like a thing at the bottom of the next to kin card. You know, Sims and what's that say? God, I can't read that. Sims and stuff takes no responsibility regarding what happens to your information after your death, nor do we guarantee that it will be passed on to your next of kin, nor do we ensure that your body will be disposed of in an ethical manner. There you go. That just about sums it up, really, doesn't it? My eyesight can't be as bad as I thought. I read that on a TV that's above my current screen. Alright, Dawlish. Oh, that's a point. If he starts joining us for streams, we'll have to get a Tigger command, won't we? Got my lenses in. God, no, I couldn't do contact lenses. No. Don't have things going near my eyes. You'll be standing in the you'll be standing at the landfill going, in this pile somewhere is the body of Stevie. Yeah, this is the bit I'm looking forward to seeing on Thursday. is the Dawlish bit sorted. You don't join us for anything. When you start joining us for things, you'll get a blame command. Tiger's joined us for trucking and stuff. Anyway, after Nick this weekend, you might not be in the server. I might get home on Sunday night. Actually, depends on what time I get home on Sunday night. Whether I should look in Discord. Be like, where's everybody gone? Or what'll happen on Sunday morning or Saturday morning is the same that happened in London, where, you know, someone that was supposed to spend 2 days with us disappeared halfway through the first day and we didn't see him on the second day. Semi is the viewist one. If Colin is cheeky this weekend, he'll be in the river in Doncaster. Well, chuck him in the sea in Cleethorpes. Ah, I've noticed an error. I'm listening out for it. Track joints. We haven't got the clickety-clack, clickety-clack. Throw some salt and vinegar on him and a seagull will peck him. Right, we are arriving at Dawlish. No webcam here, back in the 50s. That's quite a nice little area though. We got to walk around there. It is the line where the rail collapsed. Yeah, the seawall collapsed. Yeah, it was a few years ago. It was up and running though, within, what, 6 months I think it was? Trains going back down there. I just... Imagine all the trains that were trapped to the other side. It's like, hang on a minute. All our rolling stock's the other side of the wall now. I'd love to go down here in the winter. One of those... Paynton's quite good for that. And Goodrington, where you just get the waves crashing up over the wall. Weston-super-Mare be good for that in the winter as well. Right, Starcross. Another one by the water. That was 2014. Blimey. I love Penzance. I really like Penzance. I like doing that walk around by the swimming pool. Yeah, again, that's what I made our two comrades do. Or one. We met the other one down there, I think. Made our one comrade do before we then had to go and get on a train. Penzance is your retirement destination. Mine's South Coast. Milford-on-Sea, Barton-on-Sea, Christchurch, that sort of way. I got out of the car in the New Forest yesterday morning, and instantly it was like, sometimes you think about leaving here and living down there. Problem is, with all those sorts of areas, it's work. You know, a lot of people think, you know, you go on holiday to a place and you think, oh, I could live here, you know, let's move. But unless you've got a job to go to, work is really difficult. Well, yes, but then don't forget, you'd have to then get your own property, and that's a lot more expensive than you're currently paying. Different if you've got a house and you can, you know, sell up and you could downsize if you've made a lot of money. It definitely feels as though the audio's slightly out on this train. But we're getting there. Starcross, and then make our way back to Exeter. Yeah, I do like a prom. I like Weymouth for that as well. I quite like walking along a prom. That's what I like about Barton-on-Sea and Milford-on-Sea. The prom, in quotation marks, is basically a cliff top walk, and that's just so nice. Yeah, see, that's no. You can keep that, Michael. All right, Starcross. I can't remember if we did Starcross. I don't know, I lost track. I just got on off trains where I was told. Right, braking. Do as I'm told. Too much of a push over me. Too nice. Need to stop doing that. Into Starcross we come. Another weird little station. That stopped. In Gorit. You had the right letters there, Trent. Keep thinking Stargate. That was a TV series, wasn't it? Stargate? My ex tried to get me into that because that was one of his favourite shows. And it was like, I just sat there and just watched and was like, couldn't get into it. Wasn't my thing. Exeter St Thomas. There's a theme park there. Exeter St Thomas. Oh, I think of Cricket St Thomas. Cricket St Thomas. Cricket St Thomas? Exeter St Thomas. Somerset one. Cricket St Thomas. I don't know. Something in it. Anyway, 7 miles to Exeter. I'll have to do a theme park next year. Need to do that. You've only passed through Exeter. Not a lot at Exeter really. Services. Always busy. So used to go down to Cornwall camping and would leave Birmingham at like 1 AM and then would get to Exeter sometimes at like 4 AM, something like that, and then you'd pull in and the car park was full of caravanners and tired grumpy children in their pajamas being taken into the services for a wee. There is an airport, Exeter. As well, Newquay as well. I never stop at motorway services unless I absolutely have to. I like to just get where I'm going. I think I had to stop last year. No, year before last, going up to Manchester because someone's train had issues, so I had to stop at the services. I had to kill like 2 hours of time. That's when I waited at Stockport for an hour. I was busy going the other way. And that was Friday doing M5, M6. You stopped at one today coming home from work to fill the tyre. Why would you do that at motorway services, you dimwit? Just do it at home. Or at work before you leave work. I check mine normally once a fortnight. Just go out there with my little tyre inflatory 12-volt thing. I did them, when did I do them? Saturday last week. Well, why would you do it at a petrol station? Most people have got those 12-volt compressory things. It used to be free. Well, I sort of get why it isn't free. Problem is, you shouldn't do your tyres when they're hot anyway. So you shouldn't be checking your tyre pressures when the tyres are hot. You should do them when they're cold. So going into a petrol station after you've been driving, you're not going to get the correct tyre pressure reading. This train's making some strange noises now. It's almost like it's out of breath. Well, I was like the train fault I had in Train Sim World 6 earlier. I was like, it'd be fine, we'll make it to the end. But I think they're going to be quite interesting. The temporary speed limit things work quite well. See, that's what you get for modern cars, see? Don't have any of that crap. Less to go wrong. Thing is, they freak out when your PSI drops by like 2. It's like, Jesus Christ. I just do mine once a fortnight. Well, unless you've got one of those cars that tells you which tyre it is, or the little display. You also had a Burger King. Oh, there's the reason. It was, yeah, I've stopped for some air, but while I'm here, I'll pay too much for a Burger King as well. Yeah, I got to plan food for tomorrow and Thursday. See, Thursday I'm going to have to eat at like 3:30 in the afternoon. Which is, it's even a bit early for me. So if I don't do lunch, I might have to eat after the stream, controversially. This thing's definitely making some strange noises now. Right, Exeter. So Exeter St Thomas is still there. So what was Exeter? Is that now Exeter St David's? Or are there 3 Exeter stations? Is there an Exeter, Exeter St Thomas and Exeter St David's? Exeter Central. Yeah, but this is Exeter St Thomas and Exeter. Or wasn't it called Exeter Central back in the 50s? There is still an Exeter Central. But this is just called Exeter. That was my point. Oh, God. I can't read all that. Excellent David, Exeter Central. The other stations are Pinho, Digby and Soughton, Newcourt, along with Marsh Barton. Yes, I've been to Marsh Barton. That appears in TSW 6. Didn't answer my question though, did it? The station in here is only called Exeter, not Exeter Central. So has Exeter Central always been called Exeter Central? Or was it once called Exeter? In Esther, nice girl Esther. Right, Exeter up Main. When the brakes, there we go. Go, 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 go. St Thomas. Oh, it's just called St Thomas. It's not Exeter St Thomas. Esther, she used to be on the TV. She's still kicking as well, isn't she? Old Esther Ranson. Exeter Central's called that from 1933. Huh. Or is it just Exeter? We'll see what the sign says then. Unless it's just on the thingamabob that it's not called Exeter Central. Yeah, definitely liked the HST. This has been okay, apart from the audio being mainly right ear heavy. But quite nice to do the route all the way from Kingswear. So yeah, so the plan on Thursday is we're going to start at Exeter, go down to Paignton, come back to Exeter, and then do Exeter to Plymouth, Plymouth back to Exeter. So Exeter is going to be the new Didcot. And in we come into Exeter, up Main. I've forgotten how enjoyable Train Sim Classic can be. And stop. Aha. My thing has gone rigid. So you've got, there's a yellow and a red. That's not confusing at all. You've got back, what? Stop, obviously. Because we've gone past it. I know I was meant to stop in front of the lights. I didn't. Why? It said 0 there, so I stopped where it told me to stop. Nicely done, driver. Scenario complete. I passed the Tigger. Yay! We did it. We did a thing. Whoop whoop. There we go. We'll have to do some more of this stuff in Train Sim Classic. I got some interesting lines installed with some long routes. We will do some more. Right, Riviera Line. See, that's what we did earlier. Was that one? I'm just looking to see. Don't finish. That's what he said. Riviera Line. Drive the first refurbished Class 143 to Dawlish to see how the commuters like the look and feel. Let's do that then. Before we end. Half a 143. It is a pacer. I'm really looking forward to seeing the pacer on Sunday. Drive this brand new Class 143 on the 1459 passenger service down to Dawlish. This will be the commuter's first time on this service, so make sure you are out to please everyone. We'll see. Okay. We got windows? No, we haven't. Okay, doors. What's the 80s, 90s? When did these come into service? headlights. That didn't work. That's on. Yeah, this is more modern look. Posh seating. It's like a 153. And you beep at me. Right, doors are closed. Imagine being a commuter and the height of luxury was a pacer. Never got to go on one in mainline service. I was about a year too late. Well, there's the 143 is what this is, wasn't there? And then there's the 144 briefly, I think. Another one going the other way. Another two going the other way. I will see the prototype on Sunday. Yeah, it was in the back of a video that Auto Shenanigans did last week. He was there. Right, we're now arriving at Exeter St Thomas. I think this is pretty much the video that's going out on YouTube tomorrow morning. Oops. So we don't need to watch that. No one does anyway. All the content I've got going out over the next month, I've got content I've recorded now going out in October. I'll probably lose subscribers. I'll have less subscribers in October than I do now. No, there's a lot of stuff that isn't streams going out over the next couple of weeks. Right, Starcross. Almost sounds like the audio's off. That's taking a while. That took a while to get going. Yeah, I did OMSI today, Train Sim World 6 today, the water park simulator. I almost had to stop myself from carrying on recording stuff. I was in a recording mood. Right, a 7-mile run to Starcross. And then it's Dawlish Warren and Dawlish. Yeah, I've been out today. Going out tomorrow to the outlet village. Got to try and resist from looking in the Nike store and the Adidas store. Got resist from going in the Timberland store. Got resist going in the Superdry store, and definitely got to walk past the jewellers with my eyes closed. I bet I'll go in, I'll do a lap around, I'll come out having bought nothing. Never understood the point of the fuel tank function. No, even when I did the Paddington to Penzance in a Pacer, it went down by about a third. Yeah, the 142 definitely sounds better than this. I wonder if that's the AP version that I've got. And this is just default. Yeah, this isn't the one that's going out tomorrow. I think that must be the 142. And not this one. Because I'm not going to have a clue. It's one of the videos I did today where I asked for, not help, but asked for someone to answer a question. But the fact that it's going out at the end of September, no, end of October, by the time it comes round, someone will post the answer in the YouTube. And I'll be like, what the hell's that? Why someone posted that? Yeah, there are downsides to recording stuff well in advance. Certainly the stuff I've recorded is going out of sequence. I recorded the video this afternoon that I recorded after a video the other day, but that's going out before it. But it's going out, there's some videos that are going out after the stream that I'm doing on Thursday, but at the time obviously I hadn't done the stream, yet the video's going out after a stream that I hadn't done yet. So I was really confusing myself these last couple of days. Yeah, I've got to say, I'm not a fan of this Pacer. Sounds fine from the outside. But the inside, it's too quiet. Yeah. And again, very right-hand side is the audio. Only the audio from inside. Outside, fine. So the other one was very... Well, it's only slightly right-hand. Yeah, I wouldn't want to take this from Paddington to Penzance. You'll be able to drive the Pacer on the new Train Sim World 6 route. Yeah, it's not timetabled in. I don't think all the layering is in yet. All my routes are transferred across from 5, so I've uninstalled 5. But I looked to see if the cross-country, the Voyager, appeared anywhere else, but it doesn't. But I thought it was going to. So yeah, so the Pacer's on Blackpool and Preston Carlisle. And somewhere else the Pacer appears. seemed to take longer to get to Star Cross in this than it did earlier in the... Well, obviously the HST was going quicker. You're going to get excited Thursday night when you see your baby boy. Yeah, I'm going to start with the 150 going down to Paignton. And then look to see... It might have to be the return 150 back to Exeter. And then I'll do the Voyager one way down to Plymouth. And then bring the IET the other way. So I might look and see what's timetabled. And see if I can hang around. God mode doesn't work yet. But if not, I have to go in and out the menu. That's fine. And then we'll see what time we've got after that. So that's going to take about 4 hours. So I do still plan on streaming from 4 o'clock. So 2 hours earlier. So 4 o'clock to around 8:30. If you can't be there live, that stream will go out on YouTube on Saturday. So I've got a Friday morning, make sure it's uploaded to YouTube and stuff before I leave the house. Yeah, there's definitely something up with the audio in this. Again, certain bits of the audio absolutely fine, but the engine audio just seems to be really quiet. Outside, perfect. Yeah, the Voyager's done really well in Train Sim World. It's an odd view out the front. Yeah, the engine sounds like it's on tick over inside the cab. I think the 142 is different because you've got opening windows. So this, you are a bit isolated from the audio. Outside, fine. Well, I only reinstalled this route recently. I don't know. I won't come back and do this again for a while, so I'm not that bothered by it. So I want to do the Riviera Line now. We've got it in Train Sim World. Alright, round to Dawlish Warren. Nice guy, Dawlish Warren. I now need to plan Northampton. No, it's not very long to Northampton. I was thinking about Timmy's. I think Northampton's not that far from here. What about Cornish Warren? Warren's the baker. Yeah, Warren's is the baker's down that way, isn't it? Where you get your Cornish pasties. That's Warren's. Went to one in Falmouth. Ex-comrade ate most of a pasty before deciding he didn't like it. But fair play, he gave it a go. Each other looking at adds 30 minutes to your journey. Is it worth it? I'm just going to say 3 words to you, Colin. Get closer. French vanilla. latte. You'd love a proper Cornish pasty. So yeah, yes then, yeah. Well, get your ass to Cornwall. Sims and Stuff day out in January or February, whenever it is. GWR sale. Penzance for the day. On the train. You had a Dorset pasty. That's not a thing. It's Cornish pasty. I don't mind the Ginsters ones. I only buy them if they're on offer. It was made in Dorset, so it ain't Cornish. I know. I'm going to the outlet village tomorrow. I think too early for Five Guys. I've still never had Five Guys. No. That's a bit expensive as well. I'm going there at about 10 o'clock, so they won't be open. I'm going to be that person that's walking around the outlet village just as it opens. Right, final stop then is Dawlish. 1.6 miles. Have you been had by Five Guys? No. One guy's enough, yeah. Yes, I know I'm speeding. Deal with it. Now I'm not speeding. Right. Yeah, this is going to be the interesting bit on Thursday, seeing how this compares. So I haven't done this section yet in Train Sim World 6. I've already got as far as Starcross that way. And I've got as far as Newton Abbot coming the other way. I haven't done the bits in between. And I've only... No, I don't think I've got any further than Plymouth. I don't think I've come out of Plymouth Station yet. So it's all going to be new. And I might even put the AWS thingy, the BP thing on. And I'm sure in that amount of time we might get some train faults. That's going to be interesting as to how to fix them. I had one today. I'm not going to say what it was because it's in a video that's going out on YouTube. Cable ties. Well, not if it's something electrical. The faults are on as default. Yes, you can turn them off. Same with the Edelweiss. Edelweiss. I quite like the speed limit ones because it comes up where you've got the speed thing at the top. It comes up in a little yellow box as a temporary speed limit. So those I don't mind at all. I haven't had any signal issues yet. Because sometimes you can be held longer at a red while the signaler's having a cup of tea or something. But it's the train faults that are going to be interesting. So, say with the amount of time we're going to be in it on Thursday, we may end up with a couple. We will see. But I've only had one, and it didn't really affect me. Train kept going. What a surprise! It's a pacer. Yeah, to end. There we go. And it waiting 2 hours for a mechanic. Yeah, probably. Yeah, this isn't as good as the 142. Really want to be a train driver IRL? I think it's an interesting career. Not for me. I think you've got to be committed into it from the get-go. You've got to want to work on the railways, and you've got to be that sort of way inclined. No, I like set hours. Thanks very much. There we go then. Train Sim Classic and the Riviera Line. How good was that HST? More of the Riviera Line on Thursday in Train Sim World. We're going to spend the whole evening on the Riviera Line on Thursday afternoon. So 4 p.m. I will be starting that one because that's the embargo. If you can't be there live, there are lots of videos going out on YouTube over the next few days. Well, from Thursday all the way through till Sunday, 2 videos a day going out on YouTube. The stream from Thursday night will go out on YouTube on Saturday morning. So if you can't be there for it live on Thursday night, you can watch the stream back on Saturday, and loads of stuff to come. It is good, and I'm looking forward to showcasing it for you. So there we go. So thanks very much to you lot then for keeping me company for the last 2.5 hours. Tomorrow night, something else new, new farm. We'll be dragging in equipment and parking it up and filling it up and putting stuff away, getting animals in, getting production going, filling up greenhouses with water, all that sort of stuff. That's tomorrow night. May only be a short-term move, but depends on how we get on with the new farm. That's tomorrow. Thursday, 4 o'clock is Train Sim World 6. Not here then Friday, Saturday or Sunday because we're away to York for the weekend looking at trains. Back on Monday night with Train Sim World 6, where I'm going to be doing Leipzig-Dresden. That's an hour and 40-minute route. That's going to be quite interesting. Tuesday night will be more Train Sim World 6 doing the Morristown line. Wednesday night, Water Park Simulator. Video going out on Sunday with my first look at that, but going to do that next Wednesday. Next Thursday, I think, is Ships at Sea. Next Friday is Bingo, where you can join in. And next Saturday is going to be some trucking down in Mexico. So lots of stuff to come. So there we go. Thanks so much to you lot then for keeping me company. Thanks to White Fang for resubscribing earlier. And moderation team did nothing. So thank you, moderation team. Nothing to do because you guys are all awesome. I will be back with people tomorrow night at 6. Yeah, tomorrow night at 6 to get busy on the farm. You did a command. You did. Well done. What do you want, a medal? Tomorrow night at 6 to get busy on the farm. Until then, if you have been, thanks very much for watching. Mr. and Mrs. Dursley of number 4 Privet Drive were proud to say they were perfectly normal, thank you very much.